Hello everyone, welcome to Instrumentation Lectures. In this video, we will be discussing about instruments used for phase angle measurement. Mainly we will focus on two such meters. The first one is phase sensitive detector and electrodynamometer type phase angle meter. So let's start our lecture. Before going to the lecture, we need to know what we mean by the term phase. So, what exactly is phase of a wave? Consider this sinusoid signal. You can see that the sine wave originates from the reference point at origin. Therefore, we can write the equation of the sine wave as A sine omega t. Now, if we shift this signal by some amount, for instance, if I shift this entire signal to left like this, the new position of signal will be this, right? You can see that the starting point of the signal no longer coincides with the reference point at origin. There is an angular displacement equal to phi between the starting point of the signal with the reference point at the origin. Therefore, the equation of the signal now becomes A sine omega t plus phi. Similarly, if we shift the original signal to right, that is like this, we will get a new signal like this, right? And the equation of this signal is A sine omega t minus phi if this angular displacement is phi. So once again, this is A sine omega t, this is A sine omega t plus phi, and this signal is A sine omega t minus phi. And it is this phi we are trying to determine here. We can also see this phi as the phase difference between two signals. For example, consider these two signals. Also assume that they have the same amplitude for the time being. You can see that the blue signal lags behind the yellow signal by some angle phi. You can also picture this as the starting point of the yellow signal as the reference point, and the blue signal is displaced by phi from the reference point. So, if yellow signal is A sine omega t, the blue signal is given by A sine omega t minus phi. One important thing to keep in mind is that phase difference between two signals is defined only if they have the same frequency. That is, phase difference between two signals defined only if they have same frequency. This is an important point. Okay. Now that we have an idea about phase, we will start our discussion on meters used to determine the phase angle. The first one is phase sensitive detector. It is also known as lock-in amplifier and synchronous demodulator. And also we have the schematic diagram for the instrument on screen. Here we provide the input signal whose phase is to be measured. This is an inverting amplifier, this is a synchronous switch, and these two together form the amplifier filter part. Now the output is fed to the PMMC meter. We also have a reference signal. The reference signal is a square wave with the same frequency as the input and at zero phase with the reference point. So that's an important point. So let me write that down. So we are taking the phase difference between our input signal and reference signal, and it is essentially the same as measuring the phase difference between the input signal and reference point. Let me illustrate this concept for you. So let this be the reference point. Now we have an input signal having some phase difference phi with the reference point. Our reference signal is at zero phase with the reference point. That is, origin of the reference signal and the reference point coincides. Now you can see that by measuring the phase with respect to the reference signal and with respect to the reference point is essentially the same. I hope that you understood this concept. Now we consider the action of the synchronous switch. It is designed so that it spends an equal amount of time in each position 1 and 2 corresponding to the period of the reference signal Tref, where Tref equal to 1 by Fref, where Fref is the frequency of the input signal, which is also the frequency of the reference signal. So with this reference signal, whenever the signal is high, the switch will be in position 1, and whenever the signal is low, the switch will be in position 2. Also, when the switch is in position 1, it passes the input signal unchanged, while the switch is in position 2, it passes the input signal inverted due to the presence of this inverting amplifier. Now, the purpose of this amplifier filter combination is to amplify the signal and filter out the unwanted high frequency components in the signal. Now, if the phase angle phi is 0, then the input signal and the reference signal are in phase. So let's try to trace the output signal at this point. As you can see, this is the input signal and this is the reference signal. Trying to draw the output signal in this region, that is region AB, the reference signal will be high and the switch will be in position 1. So as I have already told you, the signal will pass unchanged. Therefore, the signal in this region will be identical to the input signal. So the signal will be like this. Now coming to the region BC, that is this region, the reference signal is low. Therefore, the switch will be in position 2. And we have already said that when the switch is in position 2, the input signal is passed inverted. Therefore, the signal in this region will be an inverted version of the input signal. Therefore, the signal will be like this. And this pattern continues. Now, this signal is fed to the PMMC meter, and the PMMC meter will indicate the average value of the signal at its input. Therefore, if it was a calibration procedure, we will mark this indication as 0 degree in the PMMC scale. And after calibrating for every phase, you will find that the PMMC meter will indicate a maximum positive value when the phase is 0 degree. So, this was the case for phi equal to 0 degree. Now, if phi is equal to 180 degree, that is phi equal to 180 degree, the input signal will be like this, and this is the reference signal. Now in the region AB, the reference signal is high. Therefore, the switch will be in position 1 and the input signal will be passed unchanged. Therefore, we will get an output signal like this. Now in the region BC, the reference signal is low and therefore the switch will be in position 2. And you know that when the switch is in position 2, the input signal is passed inverted. Therefore, in this region, the signal will be an inverted version of the input signal. So, the output signal is like this. And this pattern repeats. Also, in this case, the PMMC meter will give a maximum negative value. Just keep it in your mind. You will anyways learn this during your lab sections. Now coming to the case of phi equal to plus 90 degree. This is the input signal and this is the reference signal. Tracing the output signal, in the region AB, the reference signal is high. Therefore, we will get an output signal similar to the input signal. So, this is the output signal. Now, in the region BC, the reference signal is low. Therefore, the output signal will be an inverted version of the input signal. Therefore, again, you will get a signal like this. Let me connect this. Now this pattern repeats. Now feeding the signal to the PMMC meter, the meter will read 0 since the average value of the output signal is 0. Now for the case of phi equal to minus 90 degree, this will be the output signal. Similarly, for any other phase difference phi, the PMMC meter will show a value between positive maximum and negative maximum. Therefore, the scale can be calibrated to read the phase difference directly. Now, before going to the next topic, I need to bring one more thing to your attention. That is, some textbooks may have given this sequence diagram in place of the one we discussed here. That is this one. You don't have to worry about that because both are essentially the same. If we name this figure as 1 and this figure as 2, you can see that in the case of 2, the inversion is done before switching, while in the case of figure 1, the inversion is done after switching. Also, in the case of figure 2, the amplification is done after switching, while in the case of figure 1, the amplification of signal is done before switching. In either case, the final signal reaching the output is same. Now, we will see how to implement the phase sensitive detector using FET. So, this is the circuit diagram, and here we have a voltage follower to which the input signal is fed. The reference signal is fed to the comparator. This is an N-channel MOSFET and this is a P-channel MOSFET. And these two MOSFETs act as the synchronous switch. And the capacitor resistor combination over here act as the filter for higher frequency components. And this is a differential amplifier. Now coming to the operation of the circuit, let this be the input signal and this be the reference signal. Also note that the input signal is at zero phase. Now we feed the input signal to the voltage follower and the reference signal to the comparator. When the reference signal is high, the output of the comparator will be a positive voltage. This means that we have a positive voltage at the gate of the MOSFETs. Also we have learned that when the gate voltage is positive, the N-channel MOSFET will conduct and the P-channel MOSFET will not conduct. Therefore, the path of the input signal or the test signal will be like this. Right? So, if the test voltage is Vi, we have the test voltage at the positive terminal of the op-amp while zero voltage at the negative terminal of the op-amp. This can be compared with a non-inverting op-amp circuit where the supply is given to the positive terminal while the negative terminal is grounded. So, if we take R equivalent as the equivalent resistance to the left when seen from this point, the output of the op-amp will be V out equal to 1 plus R4 by R equivalent into Vi, where this Vi is the test voltage. So we can see that the output signal will be some scaled version of the input signal. So in this region, the output will be like this. Similarly, when the reference signal is negative, the gate voltage will be negative. Therefore, the P-channel MOSFET will conduct while the N-channel MOSFET will not conduct. So, we have the test voltage at the negative terminal of the op-amp while the positive terminal of the op-amp will be at zero voltage. This situation can be compared to an inverting amplifier. So, the output will be V out equal to minus R4 by R equivalent into the test voltage. So you can see that the output voltage is an inverted version of the input voltage in this region. So the output will be like this. And this pattern continues. Now, if we check for the case when phi equal to 180 degree, the output will be like this. Similarly, you try out for other phases. Let that be a homework for you. So that's all for this lecture. To summarize, in this lecture we have learned about phase sensitive detector and how to implement it using FET. If you found the lecture useful, please like the video and support us by subscribing to the channel. Also feel free to ask any doubts you have in the comment sections. In the next video, we will be discussing about electrodynamometer type phase angle meter. So until next time, thanks for watching and have a nice day.